Hello, everyone on the internet. Randy Brown is beloved by people in many states and around the world, and has been loved by many people around the world. But we're not going to get into all that or recent escapades of that nature. What we're going to talk about, Randy Brown has been through some situations lately, and since a lot of you will come to Randy and want to have a dinner or lunch, but it's hard to keep up with everybody who wants a piece of Randy Brown's time. It really is. But some things have happened in the last few days that we really need to address. First of all, Randy was the victim of a robbery in Atlanta. He had just come. So, Randy, tell us about where you were coming from in Atlanta at the time of the robbery.
Well, I'll try to keep this somewhat brief. But,
Yes.
Well, I had gone in to see a friend, and he and his roommate and I, we'd gone to a workout session that morning, and so.
Well, what was the first song they played? Don't want to fall in love by Jane Child.
Getting bogged down with details here, but yes, it was Jane Child's 1989 hit. Don't want to fall in love.
Yeah, anyway,
One Hit Wonder.
So
it kicked off the workout session.
So you were on a high from this great workout session. You were having fun. You went to a mini mart in Atlanta. You and the friend were where? In the car.
My friend went inside, and so his roommate and I, we were sitting there. I was in the front seat, passenger seat, and the other in the back, and we were talking and just hanging out because we had the windows down because it was a nice day, and we were just cooling off from the workout, and after we had been there for a few minutes, we finally thought we should probably roll up.
Well, what were you listening to though? You were jamming on Spotify.
I was listening to my Spring Fling edit mix. I think it's been published if you'd like to try this out.
And the latest Tony Braxton
the latest Tony Braxton hit was on. I was telling him about it, and of course he didn't know it was out. No one does. But,
so Randy Brown was jamming at the Atlanta Mini Mart to the latest Tony Braxton single with the windows down.
With the windows down. There are a lot of hangers on around. I mean, it's kind of, I was not completely comfortable.
The first person you came up to you gave him some nickels.
He asked for some money, and I just went into my friend's change in his car and just gave him some pennies and nickels and things like that. Mm-hmm. So, and he went on about his way. I mean, that's all we had. I had nothing else to give, and then
nothing left.
And then at that point, my friend's roommate's like, "We should probably roll up these windows." I was like, "I know," but then at the same time, a second person comes up to the window, and that's when. He's just he's a little intrusive, kind of fidgety. He's asking for money, and I said, we just gave it to this guy over here, and he's like, well, and starts coming up with more questions, more just weird
things.
Weird reasons to keep talking, and the whole time I'm thinking, just please move on. Well, then he asked a question about the guy that I gave the money to, and he kind of points at him, and I kind of look in that direction, and as soon as that happened, in he comes from the driver's side window. And lunges for my...
Well, he'd already offered to split some weed with you.
If we were to give him money to get it. But, we weren't interested in that.
Marijuana.
So, so he lunges in and goes for my wallet and my phone that were right there, like on my leg and on the console. And this happened within a matter of like one second, but it was like I was almost being attacked. And anyway, obviously, as you know this, snatched the phone, pulled it out of the radio, the cord and all, and ran away. And it literally just happened like in 2 seconds. And all I could think about was, he has my phone. That's my life. It's everything in it, Mm-hmm. But we didn't make an effort to go after him because, like I said, there were other people hanging on, and they saw what happened. It was just kind of like, sucks for you. There was no way I was getting out of that car because that might have put me in harm's way.
Yeah, so you just rolled up the windows.
So we just rolled up the windows, locked the doors, and waited for my friend to finally come out and get back in the car.
And call from an 800 number. Randy did get a new phone the next day.
Yes.
But
within 10 minutes, we had wiped it clean. It was virtually unusable.
If you're a celebrity who was also a friend of Randy's in his phone, rest assured, your information was never... It wasn't like that time that Paris Hilton's phone got hacked. Now, the next day, though, we had something really rough happen.
But thanks for the iCloud, too. I will say, back your stuff up, because I virtually was back in business. I lost hardly anything.
So the next day we got some rough news. I had to track you down.
Well, I had stayed all day on Sunday because I wanted to go to the Sunday Fun Day, where you plan to go out and have drinks and just.
That's where the real fun happens.
So it was fun, and that's what I planned to do. So that's what I was doing.
And he's living his life.
I was not accessible at that time, and anyway, my roommate was trying to call me, but I had ignored it because I was in a noisy place. I couldn't hear, and I don't answer the phone when I know I can't understand what's happening.
Which is stressing me out.
So I didn't do it. I didn't answer.
So I'm sitting on this very couch, which is the new couch. I'm sitting on this couch and get a phone call from a number I don't know. I'm not one of those people I usually answer. So, when I don't have the number. It was Chad, and he gives me some rough news. So we have to track down Randy. And we find out that Phyllis, Randy's beloved cat, has gone on to glory. The second cat.
The second one.
We lost Bosco a few weeks ago.
2.5 weeks ago.
2.5 weeks ago. And now Phyllis, the companion, I did not know, but ever since Bosco left, she has just been crying. So
all night, and I guess probably all day. I'm not there to hear it, but anyway, he just called, and he had returned from being out of town as well, and she was just lying there in front of the window, dead. I mean, just stiff as a board. So
did you get to see her?
I did. I have pictures, the scene of the crime, things like that. But I needed to see her, and I wanted him to keep her there because the next day I wanted to take her to be cremated.
Did you get her cremated?
Yeah. I feel like after she spent 14 years with me, it was kind of a member of the family, and it was kind of disrespectful to throw in the dumpster.
Well, Mother wants you to know that some friends of ours down in Alabama have a Laserworks stone memorial thing. They did some work for the Natalie Holloway Memorial, and they can take the ashes and actually turn them into a memorial. Would you be interested in that?
I elected for just general cremation.
Oh. Well, no, I think after you get do you have the remains?
No, that's general. You do not get the remains.
Oh, well, we should have paid more money so you could turn it into
That was another $100.
Oh, well, that's fine.
So
anyway, so that's the update from Randy Brown.
Anyway, so I'm petless now.
Randy's petless.
At 14 years, 2 cats, and within 2.5 weeks, they both die.
But Billy loves you.
Billy Jones.
Anyway, that's the update from Randy Brown. There's been a lot of developments in his life, and so if you would like to know more, please reach out to him. But understand, it may be a while before he can get back to you because Randy has had a crazy 3 weeks, and he's now just having some time. So please do reach out, but understand if he can't get back to you immediately because Randy is a very busy person. Thank you. And that's the update from Randy Brown. Thank you so much for sitting with us on Hunter's Couch.
For forcing me to put this out into the world.
Yes. Okay.